Hey, and welcome to Against the Wickedly, John Romero's second level in Thy Flesh Consumed, and I'd argue probably the better of the two, although this one does have a fair few things that we need to talk about, because there are aspects of this level that are love it or hate it. This opening part here, we're heading down the mountains here. That's how I like to think of this. This is like heading down a mountain path towards the castle/keep that we'll be seeing in a second. And as you can see, there's a load of enemies on the way down here. You can see there's a nice keep up there. There's enemies dotted all around. That shotgunner just got me there. Imp will take him out. But yeah, there's a nice little battle here for players, and I do like this. There's a nice variety of enemies on show as well. Oh, Caco Demon. Let's get rid of you. So we're going to take down the Caco Demon here. As you can see, I have pistol started this. I do like how this level looks. I think, like, for every critique that I'm probably going to give this level as we're playing through, you can't deny that this level does have a nice look to it. And it's a very strong style. Probably one of the strongest in Thy Flesh Consumed, because it's designed very nicely. I do like this keep aspect as well here. If we head over here, we can take the plasma rifle. So we're about to encounter my first big critique of this level. There's just too many pain floors. And the problem here with this moat is that there's some spectres hiding out down there. You can see them running around. The problem with that is that there's some spectres who are inside there. We need to drop into that pain floor, and that means we're going to take damage, and we're probably going to have to fight something on the way to safety here. So let's see what happens. Yeah, so there's a spectre there. There's a shotgun, and we lost 20 health to that. And for my money, I think that that's just cheap. And I think it's cheap because there's no way the player can avoid taking damage there. And if you get to that first opening bit with all those enemies that we were talking about earlier, you're pretty boned if you don't have health. It's pretty simple. As you can see here, you can get back up to the outside here, and we can pick up the supercharge, but there's no rad suits. And I think that, like, by not putting rad suits here, there's a rad suit there, but like by not putting rad suits up top, it's really punishing the player unnecessarily, raising the difficulty in my opinion. Because I've seen some people in my critique of E4 M2 say, well, what is artificial difficulty? That's artificial difficulty there. When you put in pain floors and you force the player to have encounters on that pain floor. That central teleporter puzzle, I don't mind. I actually think that's one of the better ones in Ultimate Doom. It's very simple to work out what's happening. There's 4 different teleporters that shoot in 4 different directions. If you don't want to deal with the teleporter, there's a few hidden passages like this that you can make use of, and I do appreciate the fact that there is a secret passage here, because it gives options to the player. Also lets you snipe all these guys over here, although they can hit us. So we're going to take out the Lost Souls around the corner here. But yeah, when I say artificial difficulty, what I mean is that the player is basically forced to take damage and fight enemies on lava, which means they're going to lose health. So you can see here, for example, we're not fighting these Caco Demons on the lava. Imagine if this fight was taking place on the lava. That's what I mean when I say raising the artificial difficulty. I know not everyone agrees with that. Some people enjoy that kind of challenge, but for me, new players, like, it's just punishing to new players because they don't know what's waiting in the lava when they jump down at the start. Anyway, I just thought I'd explain that because, like, in E4M2, I feel like some people didn't quite understand what I meant when I said I don't like it when lava floors are placed like that to trap players in encounters. Luckily, you can avoid the pain floors in this part of the level, but unfortunately in a moment we're going to have to dive back into them again. Romero really loved his pain floors in E4 here, and I don't know, I just think that this level would have been just as good if you'd taken out the pain floors or you'd restricted them a bit, because this is a great encounter. I like this encounter with the Baron here. And I like the fact that there's enemies like on all sides who we have to deal with if we want to kind of get through all this. So yeah, you can see we've got the keys here. There is a rad suit over here, which we're going to grab. My problem again with these rad suit placements is that you kind of need to know where they are. If you don't know where the rad suits are in this level, it's very possible that you'll waste them and then you're kind of boned. Let's take care of the enemies down there. We could take those on later on, but to be honest, it's better to just get rid of them now. So as soon as we go up to the coloured walls here, we're going to wake up all the enemies down there. So as you just saw down there, and as you can see now, there's a whole bunch of pain floors here. So there are 2 rad suits down here, but here's the thing, there's one to the left here, and there's one right at the end up there, which is the one I'm going to go for, I think. Now, if you're a new player here, and you come into this area, there's every chance you're not going to realise that there's a rad suit round that corner there. We're going to take care of the Baron here as well. And what that means is that you're going to be running around on the pain floor when you come back here to activate that red door over there, not really knowing what to do. But you can see the gates have dropped down here, so we can head in here. We took care of most of these enemies already, but we will fight the Caco Demon here. If you don't kill that Baron through the fence, which is what we did earlier on, you will end up fighting him here, which I do actually enjoy doing, but like, may as well get rid of him. So once you grab this red key, it unlocks the Cyber Demon and opens up the final part of the level here. So you can see here as well that there's a little pathway that's been opened around the central pit here, which means you don't have to go into the pain floor, which is like, why was that not there at the start? Why was this not made available to the player earlier on, so they don't have to go into the pain floor? It's just, like I said, it's just, I don't think it's good design. I just don't think it's this. I think it really drags this level down a bit. We want to avoid the Caco Demon here, and we want to come out here. I've not hit the red switch yet, have I? So if you come out here, you can see there's an invulnerability over there. I do like this because this encourages exploration, because the player kind of has to, if the player never comes out here, they'll never know that there's a red door here with an invulnerability, which is a really useful item. So it's only here for the observance, and I like that. As I said, I don't hate this level. In fact, I quite like this level in a lot of aspects, but it's really let down by some weird design choices. I don't know why Romero was so into the pain floors at this point. So we'll take down this Caco Demon here. Like I said, if you don't look after the rad suits in this level gets exponentially more difficult, just because like there's so many pain floors. We'll grab the BFG, we'll run over here, and we'll grab this invulnerability. Now, the invulnerability makes this Cyber Demon fight impossibly easy. But this is a fun encounter. I like this encounter and the idea behind it, because if players don't grab the invulnerability, then there is actually a lot of difficulty here, because you have to sort of shoot him from a distance. Overall, I do like this level. I think it's a flawed level, and that prevents it from being like placed among the best Ultimate Doom levels for me. But I think that what this level does in terms of looks and the sort of way it's designed, I do like the design sort of centered around that middle room with the teleporter puzzle. This is a teleporter puzzle done right, in my opinion. That being said, way too many pain floors. That pain floor at the start of the level in particular is really mean and quite nasty, and I think it's just cheap. Overall, very fun level. Kind of like it, sometimes don't like it. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments what you think of this level. Do you disagree with me? That's fine, let me know.